I miss Christmas because of drugs. Yo, what's up? It's someone that's someone, and welcome back to today's report. Today's report is coming from chigz off Earwood, where they took DiPT and DXM. And here's the full report details. Alright, so here we have an interesting trip involving DiPT, with some DXM added into the mix. DiPT is a psychedelic substance that stands out because its effects are mostly audio-based, which, if you ever ventured deep with psychs, you know that all types of weird sounds and sensations can arise from noise. But to actually have a substance have that effect be the leading factor, it makes it sound very unique and interesting. And then to add DXM to that, with that I can see it turning more visual and providing some more unique effects, which we'll get to see just how unique in this report. But we'll break down DiPT in a future video, so stay tuned. But I'm sure you'll enjoy this report, so without further ado, let's dive right into this. It was right before Christmas, and I was house sitting for a friend of the family's. During the first week of being at the house, I was approached by a friend who had the opportunity to get her hands on some DiPT. With no hesitance, I accepted the offer, and we were off to the house. It was just myself and my friend, Squirrel, when we first took the 15 milligrams of DiPT. After 45 minutes, we felt nothing. I decided that it was time to take some action, and I took 250 milligrams of DXM. My friend watched as I donned the pills and decided that she would do the same. Because we were in an unfamiliar surrounding, and because neither of us had any experience with either of these drugs, we decided we would need supervision. So we called our friend Hickface. Hickface showed up, and I remember just feeling drunk, and I actually felt very at peace with everything. Then I began to turn to sand, and everything was being seen as if it were an old-time movie, complete with real and bad editing. Whenever anyone would move, there would be a general disturbance in the setting of the sand, and it was beginning to cause me to get distressed, minus plus. I started to feel very uneasy and felt that I was about to be sick, which I was. I didn't really know what to do because I had never been sick on drugs before. It was at this moment that Squirrel began complaining of pains and feared that she was dying. My trip began to take a turn for the worse, and I decided that I needed to be alone. Somehow I managed to make it to the master bedroom, where I would spend the next 14 hours. I tried to lay down, but had trouble staying in one position. I then decided that I needed to take half my clothes off, which was followed by another trip to the bathroom because I felt like I was going to be sick again. I started to feel very overheated and asked Hickface for a wet cool towel. Squirrel was asking for the same, from what I was told. During the night, I went on many trips, many of which ended with me thinking that weeks had gone by and I had missed Christmas, but in reality, only 5 minutes had gone by. The movie Real Vision continued all night, and feelings of death and then rebirth continued as well. Coming out of the experience, it still took me a while to be comfortable around people and to be able to concentrate on anything seriously.